It is that back to school time, and I'm so curious how many of you have started up school already. I have not. We have a lot of extra things going on this summer, so I'm taking it a lot slower, and we've been kind of homeschooling throughout the summer very lightly. So I'm pushing our official start date back a little bit. We have started some things that had to start, like the dual enrollment class and a couple online courses. As for my part in homeschooling, I've just kind of kicked back, although I have been working with the kids on finishing up some of the things we did not get to finish last year, which includes spelling. We just finished A Reason for Spelling and Beautiful Feat's Early American History. I was going through those read alouds with the kids, and my son has been working through his Think Well online math course. It's like a summer course in prep for 7th grade. Other than that, that's about all we've been doing this summer. Oh, I do want to mention that by the time I'm sharing this video, I believe the offer will still be valid. But for World Watch News, which is a current events news subscription, and they provide 10-minute videos every day of what's going on in the news, some serious things, but also some just like fun facts and silly things going on in the world. I incorporate that usually throughout the school year in our morning meeting time, but everyone loves it. And it just brings up interesting topics that I find my kids sharing with other kids. Just being aware of what's going on in the world today. Today's message, the day I'm filming this, it was talking about potential phone bans in schools or which states were banning cell phones in schools. And there's sometimes just animal facts. And they just do a really good job catering it to families. They are believers. At the end of each video, they end it with whatever the news, the purpose of the Lord will stand. And the current deal is amazing. It's the best deal I've seen. I have a link that normally, let me just tell you the normal deal. You would sign up as a new customer and you would get a week for free to check it out and see if you like it before actually committing to the subscription. And then I would receive a month free on our subscription. This limited time deal, very limited time. I have to look up the exact date it ends, but it is September something. You can use the referral link below to World Watch and you will receive the normal 7 days free. Plus, once that 7 days is over, it'll kick in an extra 4 months free subscription, which is amazing. For 4 months, you get to trial World Watch News and see if it's a good fit for your family before committing to a longer subscription. And I have a feeling that you will. It's something that helps with relevancy. There's something with homeschooling that, you could be in your little homeschool bubble, or if you don't watch the news, which it's hard for me to watch the news and I don't want my kids to watch the news. It's like sharing the news with them, but in an age-appropriate bubble, if that makes sense. You don't have to take any risks. You can just sign up in the link below, get your free week, and then the 4 months free after that. I love this deal. There's nothing to lose, but everything to gain. So that's something that we've been continuing on during the summer. And then we are pushing the official start date of our school year back a little bit. There's just a lot going on behind the scenes, behind the homeschool, that we need a little more time. But because we have like online courses and things that have to start, we are pretty much doing the same thing of a slow start, introducing a few subjects at a time. And then we will jump into our other subjects a little bit later in September, which feels just about right how we normally start a school year slow. I know a lot of you have started already or are starting up, so I just wanted to jump in on this video collaboration with Abby from Rooted in Rest and Jessica from the Waldock Way. There's a playlist down below, and a lot of homeschool moms will be sharing about themselves. It's a Meet the Teacher theme, so I'm going to try to answer the 10 questions they provided to share a little bit about myself and about our homeschool. If you like watching homeschool content as much as I do, I hope you'll give this video a like and subscribe to our channel. I love sharing about our homeschool journey and talking about it with other moms, so this is just really a passion project for me, and your support is always so encouraging. Okay, so I did not look at these questions ahead of time. Maybe I should have. So we'll see what happens here. Okay, the first one is just introduce yourself. So my name is Trisha. I run Box Homeschool over on Instagram and now on YouTube. I also have a blog, juiceboxhomeschool.com. What I share online is just homeschool content. I am a believer. I have been married for, it'll be 20 years this year, which is amazing. Give me some ideas, by the way, on how to celebrate. We just tend to be very low key, especially about our own, birthdays and celebrations and stuff. But, people say, you got to do something, you got to celebrate. And I would love to, but I just don't know what to do. Nothing sounds like, yeah, that's what we should do. If you have any suggestions, experiences, or things that you've done to celebrate, I would love to hear your suggestions, kind of practical, affordable, although crazy ideas are welcome too. Okay, what else? I have 3 kids. They are now 15, 12, and 9. And I've been homeschooling since the very beginning. My oldest daughter went to preschool and I started homeschooling her right in kindergarten. I've worked at a variety of jobs in the past. I've worked as a talent agent. I've worked as an administrator at my church, and a couple other things. But most recently, I do content creation work with marketing teams for different brands, and they're all family friendly, sometimes homeschool brands. I just love that work because it's right where I'm at. I'm so passionate about homeschooling, and marketing content creation is right up my alley. So it just kind of blends my two passions. How many years have you homeschooled? This will be our 11th year of homeschooling, and I'm starting to feel it. I guess I don't have as much worry and anxiety that I used to feel in the earlier years. I feel a lot more settled and at peace with where we're at. And I think just getting my first child through the first year of high school has really added another level of peace and okay, we're doing this. I didn't know how long we would be homeschooling. I didn't know we would go this long. So I think there's less uncertainty about the future and a lot more ease. Whatever path or whatever happens from here on out, I just feel a lot more at ease. Do you have a homeschool style? Yeah, I think I'm definitely more literature-based. We're constantly reading books. I think it is reflected in my kids and how much they gravitate towards reading. I didn't think that was possible. I really didn't think that was possible for one of my kids. So to see all three really love to read, it feels like a reward for the effort put into emphasizing learning through literature. In a lot of ways, I lean into the Charlotte Mason principles. I post about it a lot on Instagram through the Charlotte Mason Mondays hashtags. I love so many of her ideas. I always use terms like I lean into the Charlotte Mason principles, or I love her ideas, or I'm inspired by her, because I know some people are very passionate about her style and her method, her principles, and want to follow it to a T. But I'm definitely more in the spirit of her style. So I definitely love her principles and ideas. There's a lot of things in our homeschool that I have changed because of learning of some of these ideas. However, we don't follow everything and we don't like everything. So I would say we are more Charlotte Mason style, but we definitely incorporate other styles in order to make our homeschool our own. What is your favorite subject to teach? What is your favorite subject to teach? I would like to know that. Mine is kind of shocking to me just based on my own childhood. I made a video about that actually, my favorite subject to teach. It's shocking because I disliked this subject in my childhood, and it's history. And this is a good example of how Charlotte Mason helped history come alive for me, and the use of living books and written narrations and a book of centuries. There's just a lot of ideas that I've incorporated from her principles into history lessons, and that has really brought it to life, changed my view completely on history. I'm so glad to have had that education so that I can change the way I present it to the kids and really laying a feast for them versus force feeding some facts. So yeah, history is my favorite subject to teach. Okay, this is why I should have prepared. If you could choose 3 homeschool tools, what would they be? I mean, off the top, I would say our books. Lots of books, or the library card. Narration notebooks. I feel like we use those quite a bit. And if I had to choose only 3, these are basic. I don't know if I'm going too basic, maybe, but narration notebooks came to mind, and snacks. That feels very essential. Let me do 3 more highfalutin resources. Let's see. Well, I love my homeschool planner. I like to be a little extra with my homeschool planner. I have a flip through video that I can show you, and you'll probably think I'm a little extra in that department. I would love to have a chef. I think meals are the hardest thing for me lately, and just staying on top of that, it just feels never ending. And I would love to have someone come clean. So basically people. I just need people. Actually, my husband does the science labs with our kids, not my high schooler, but with the younger kids, he'll do the science labs with them, and that is a lifesaver. And that is huge for me. That is huge. And he does take care of a lot of meals. So someone to cook, someone to clean, and someone to do science labs with my kids. More like, if you could choose 3 homeschool helpers, who would they be? I don't know. What are your top 3 homeschool tools that you would choose? That's a fun one. I like that question. What inspires you as a teacher? I don't know if this makes sense, but I feel like my kids really inspire me. When it comes down to it, I'm constantly thinking about their learning styles and their preferences. How can I be a blessing to them? How can I make their day a little bit better? That really motivates me and inspires me to level up in my efforts. If there's a project that's very messy and hands-on, or if there's like a math problem that's really hard, I really just think about the joy or the peace that it would bring one of my kids. And I think that helps to push me to figure out a way to make it okay. Are you an early bird or a night owl? Ooh, I think I can be both. I think either way is okay with me. It depends on the season. Like right now, I'm an early bird. This is a season where I get woken up by my to-do list and I'm wide awake and I'm ready to go and I have motivation to attack the day. I think I prefer to be a morning, shall we call it morning owl? No, what is it called? Morning. Where is the question? Early bird, morning owl. I think I prefer to be an early bird. I just get so much more done. I feel a lot more accomplished to be awake before everyone else. My favorite season to be in. What is your favorite teacher treat? I love iced coffee. There's a Korean snack from Costco. It's elusive. I've only been able to find it once, and after that, I can't find it anymore. But it's slightly spicy, salty, sweet, all mixed together. It's really like a crunchy, salty side. If you find it, you got to try it. I also love dark chocolate. Boba is great, but I'm trying not to be so much into boba because it's terrible for you. Do you prep and plan or go with the flow? If you've been here for a while, you already know the answer. I love to prep. I love to plan and prep. I receive a lot of joy just from planning and preparing, and I've learned to let go of must check the boxes or I feel bad about it. I still am very motivated to check off the boxes, but I don't feel emotionally tied to it. I think it just really motivates me and helps me to stay accountable. What is something you really enjoy outside of being a homeschool parent? Well, I used to dance, and that always was such a passion for me back in the day, and now my kids dance. Seeing them dance has been a real treat, and witnessing them develop a passion for it as well has been very rewarding. Seeing my kids learn instruments and wanting to learn worship songs has been very rewarding as well. Other than that, I think I really enjoy just things like paper planning, paper products. I get a lot of joy out of that. Food. I love trying different types of food, seafood or Asian food especially. So that was fun. Thank you, Abby and Jessica, for hosting this collaboration. There's a playlist down below with all the other moms that are sharing. I hope you'll meet the other teachers and share below any of the questions you remember. Leave a comment down below to give your answer. I'd love to get to know you better. I love connecting with other homeschool moms and hearing about how things are going for you. I wish you the best start to your homeschool year. Please give yourself grace and your kids grace. This time of year can be tough with a lot of transitions and getting used to different rhythms and curriculum. And there's just a lot going on. You guys are just close to my heart. And I hope that you have a great start to the new year, and I will see you soon.